It's 1:45 in the morning and you're still at the office. Not because you're working. There's nothing left to work on. You're standing at the window on the fourth floor of 745 7th Avenue because a few minutes ago, the lawyers downtown filed the paperwork, and the company you work for, a bank that survived the Civil War, two world wars, and the Great Depression, ceased to exist. $639 billion dollars in assets, the largest bankruptcy in American history, and your name is on the payroll. 18 months ago, you were rich. To understand how it all disappeared, we have to go back to when you were on top of the world. It's February 2007, and you are a vice president on the fixed income desk at Lehman Brothers, the fourth largest investment bank in the United States. The stock is trading at $86 a share. The firm is worth almost $60 billion. Last year was a record. This year will be a bigger one. Over $4 billion in profit. You're 31 years old. Your base salary is $200,000. But nobody here works for the base. Your bonus last month was 7 times that, and like everyone at Lehman, a huge piece of it came in one form. Stock. Company stock. Stock that only goes up. You don't sell it. Why would you? Selling Lehman stock at Lehman is like betting against your own family. The firm is 158 years old. It started as a cotton trading shop in Alabama before the Civil War. It has never, not once, failed, and the machine you sit inside of has never been hungrier. Your desk packages American mortgages into bonds and sells them to the world. Pension funds in Norway, banks in Japan, insurance companies in Germany. Everyone wants American housing debt. It pays well, and housing never goes down. There's just one number you don't think about. For every $1 Lehman actually owns, it has borrowed roughly 30 more. The entire tower you work in is standing on leverage. But tonight there's a bottle of champagne with your name on it, and a bonus number in your head, and the only question that matters is whether next year's will be bigger. It will not. August 9th, 2007. You're at your desk at 6 a.m. when the overnight news crosses. A giant French bank, BNP Paribas, has frozen 3 of its funds. The funds are stuffed with American subprime mortgage bonds, and the bank says it can no longer figure out what they're worth. Read that again. Not they've gone down. No one can figure out what they're worth. For 1 week, the global money markets, the invisible plumbing that lets banks borrow from each other overnight, simply cease. Central banks pump in hundreds of billions to keep the pipes open. On your floor, people are rattled for about a month. Then the market recovers, the champagne comes back, and the firm makes a decision that will kill it. While other banks quietly start shrinking their bets on real estate, Lehman doubles down. By the end of the year, the firm is holding over $111 billion in commercial and residential real estate, twice what it held the year before. That same month, Lehman quietly shuts down its own subprime mortgage lender and lays off 200 people. You tell yourself that's prudent housekeeping. In January, your bonus arrives. Another record year, the biggest in the firm's history, a huge slice of it once again in stock. You still don't sell. It's a Sunday night in March when your BlackBerry lights up and your stomach drops. Bear Stearns, the 5th largest investment bank in America, your rival, a firm that survived 1929, has been sold to J.P. Morgan for $2 a share. $2. A year ago, it traded at 170. It didn't run out of money. It ran out of trust. Bear was funded overnight, borrowing billions every single day just to open its doors. And when the lenders got scared, they didn't argue about the price. They just stopped answering. A bank like that doesn't die in years. It dies in 4 days. Monday morning, everyone on your floor is doing the same silent math. Who's the next smallest? Who else borrows overnight? Who else is sitting on a mountain of real estate? The answer is the building you're standing in. Your CEO, Dick Fuld, a man they call the gorilla, who has run this firm for 14 years and bleeds Lehman green, goes on the offensive. The message from the top is simple. We are not Bear. We have more cash, better funding, smarter people. Anyone spreading rumors about Lehman is a short seller trying to profit from our death. You believe him. You need to believe him. Your net worth is in the stock. In June, the number becomes public. Lehman has lost $2.8 billion in a single quarter. It is the first quarterly loss since the firm went public in 1994. The firm raises $6 billion in fresh capital to plug the hole. Within the week, the chief financial officer and the president, two of the most powerful people in the building, are gone, sacrificed. The stock, $86 a year and a half ago, is now in the 20s. Every morning you watch a little more of your bonus, your savings, your future evaporate on the same screens you trade on. And here's the part nobody outside the building understands. You still can't sell. Most of your stock hasn't vested. You are handcuffed to the mast of a sinking ship, and the ship's captain is on television saying the ship is fine. All summer, the firm shops itself in secret. A Korean bank, sovereign wealth funds, anyone with capital. Every talk goes the same way. The buyers look at the real estate on the books, look at the price Fold wants, and walk away. You spend August selling anything the desk can sell. It's not trading anymore. It's a fire sale in slow motion. The last week starts on a Tuesday. The Korean deal, the final lifeboat, is officially dead. The stock drops 45% in one day, $7.79. On your floor, grown men are staring at their screens the way you look at a car crash. Wednesday, the firm does something desperate. It announces next quarter's results a week early, hoping to calm everyone down. The number is a $3.9 billion loss. It does not calm anyone down. Now, the Bear Stearns script is running on your building. The overnight lenders want more collateral. The hedge fund clients are pulling their accounts. Other banks' traders won't take the other side of your trades. Trust, the only thing an investment bank is actually made of, is draining out of the floor in real time, and everyone can feel it. By Friday, the stock is under $4. As you leave that night, you notice the news trucks camped outside on 7th Avenue, and you understand, with a strange calm, that the whole world is watching your office and waiting for it to die. Someone on the desk says the government will save it over the weekend. The government saved Bear. They'll never let Lehman fail. Everyone agrees. That weekend, a few miles downtown, the heads of every major bank on Wall Street are locked inside the New York Federal Reserve, trying to decide your fate. You're not in the room. 25,000 Lehman employees are not in the room. You follow it like everyone else, by rumor and BlackBerry. Saturday brings hope. Two buyers at the table, Bank of America, Barclays. Then it falls apart in front of you. Bank of America walks away and buys Merrill Lynch instead, because Merrill has understood something Lehman hasn't. Sell yourself before the weekend they come for you. Barclays wants the deal, but its British regulator refuses to approve the guarantee in time, and the government, which put up $30 billion for Bear Stearns just 6 months ago, says the word that ends everything. No. No bailout. Not this time. Not for you. Sunday night, the firm is instructed to file for bankruptcy before the Asian markets open. At 1:45 on Monday morning, September 15, 2008, Lehman Brothers Holdings files for Chapter 11. $639 billion in assets, $613 billion in debts, the largest bankruptcy filing in the history of the world, 6 times bigger than any before it. Monday morning, you go in anyway. Everyone does. Nobody knows what else to do. Security is letting people carry things out. So you pack the box, deal toys, a photo, the gym shoes under your desk. 18 months ago, you were worth more than your parents earned in their combined lifetimes. The stock that made up most of that is now worth a few cents a share. It was never really money. You just never tested it. Outside, the photographers are waiting. The pictures they take of you and your colleagues, dark suits, cardboard boxes, blank faces, will become the defining image of the entire financial crisis. You are now a symbol of something. You're not sure what yet. That day, the Dow falls 504 points. But the real damage is invisible. If Lehman can fail, anyone can fail. So overnight, every bank stops trusting every other bank, and the global financial system enters cardiac arrest. Within days, the government that refused to save Lehman is forced to rescue nearly everyone else at a scale 100 times larger. Here's the ending nobody expects. Within the week, Barclays comes back and buys Lehman's North American business out of the wreckage, the trading floors, the tower itself, for around $1.7 billion and keeps roughly 10,000 employees. There's a decent chance you are back at the same desk within a month, doing the same job, under a British flag. The 158-year-old firm died. Most of the people walked away from the crater, bruised, poorer, but employed. The executives who steered it there kept the hundreds of millions they'd already been paid. And a year and a half later, investigators discover the firm had been using an accounting trick to hide $50 billion of debt from its own investors at the end of every quarter. Nobody senior went to prison, not one. The lesson of Lehman isn't that a bank can die, it's how it dies. Slowly at first, invisibly, while the bonuses are still flowing, and then all at once over a single weekend, while you watch from your couch. Because on Wall Street, trust is the only real currency. And when it's gone, 18 months is all it takes to turn $86 into nothing. 13 years later, a different group of traders learned the same lesson, this time from an army of amateurs on Reddit. That story is next.